Hi, welcome back. This is Adventures with Dr. Joe. I just purchased this Coleman B200 Minibike. It's 196 cc's. It was on sale at Tractor Supply. It has a centrifugal clutch, large balloon tires, a single disc brake for the rear tire. It has a light, an on-off switch here, and a throttle. It's a 4-cycle engine, and it ships with no oil, so do not start it until you take care of that. It's recommended that we use non-ethanol gas that has no ethanol, because these are typically put away for a few weeks, maybe a month, whatever, and then try to run them again. If you leave gas in the carburetor, it'll gel up and you got to take it apart. It won't start. Plus, ethanol attracts moisture, so you'll have more moisture and problems in your gas with probably some performance issues. Very importantly, once you start running this and put the oil in there at 10W30, it takes about 0.6 liters. After 5 hours, you need to change the oil. That's super important because the products from the machining process of it being built in the factory and the products that occurred during break-in are all going to be flushed out, and then your engine will have a really, really long lifespan. So change that oil after about 5 hours, and then you're good to go for a long time. One of the first things I'd recommend doing is taking out the small drain plug in the front and replacing it with one of these, because this makes it really easy to change the oil in the future, and it makes it so that there's no mess. Let's take a look at that little drain plug. This is the drain plug, and you can remove it with a 10mm socket. Then once it's removed, which, by the way, if you're going to drain the oil from this, it's going to be a mess because it's just going to pour all over the frame, etc. There's a little bit of oil in it right now. You'll need a 10 by 1.25mm hose to fit the thread of the oil drain plug. 10 by 1.25mm. Test. Okay, so I've got the nice drain hose here. To tighten it up, takes a 17mm. This is a 10mm by 1.25 thread. And to open up the end, the valve, when you want to drain the oil, it takes two 14mm wrenches. So let's take out the plug, which is a 10mm, and put this back in, which takes a 17mm. Let's do that. All right, well, here we are. Get our 10mm socket in here. Loosen that. Now this usually has a little oil in it, so just anticipate that. That's why I got cardboard on the ground. Okay, there that is in the washer. So finally, I got the right drain line that has the correct thread size. This has to be 10mm by 1.25mm. The other ones that I ordered, even though they said that, were 10 by 1.5. They just don't fit. Let's take the drain plug out and install this drain line, which is going to make things so much more neat, tidy, easier, and avoid the spill. By the way, there's always some oil in the crankcase, and when you take the drain plug out, get ready, you're going to get a spill. Head on it, and once you get it going, it spins out pretty easily. But again, there's always some oil in this crankcase. And by the way, the lubrication occurs by splash lubrication. So see, there's some oil coming out. It's making it a little bit difficult to line it up. There it goes. So this takes a 14mm wrench. and we'll tighten it up. There it is. So now it's time to add the oil. It has this little piece of rubber that allows you to take the end of the hose, just put it in this little hole here, which keeps it tidy and keeps it out of the way. To drain the oil in the future from here, you need 2 wrenches the same size, 14 millimeters in this case. So to fill the oil, again, that's drain. This is the fill, the orange cap here. We'll take this off. And we fill it till it just wants to overflow. Usually 0.6, and here's a little dipstick, 0.6 liters. So I'm going to use one of these little funnels. See if we can fill it without making too much of a mess. And I'm going to use this Honda oil, which is pretty good stuff. Don't want to pour it in too fast or it'll flow out. It's probably best to have your bike level. So right now it's being tilted by the kickstand. I'm going to put it on a couple pieces of wood and get it up so it's level. Yeah, that's pretty level, but you can see I had some drain out. Let's check the oil level with the dipstick. So our level is good. So I level it up and check the oil again. The oil level is good. Now we're going to put some gas in it. We're using ethanol-free gasoline. Again, because ethanol, particularly if it gets in the carburetor, frequently gums up and it attracts moisture, which is really bad. So I'm going to put a little gasoline in here. Take it for a ride. This mini bike has a rear disc brake and a front suspension. It doesn't have a rear suspension. Basically, it relies on the balloon tires, which are low PSI, 10 PSI. Okay, going to give it a start here. There are a couple of really nice features. One is the choke and one is the fuel. So here, fuel. Okay, when you move this forward, it opens up the fuel. The fuel is now flowing to the carburetor. And for the choke, choke is run here, choke here. So that's the choke on, choke off. So choke on to start it for the first time. Let's give it a pull and see what happens. Look at that. Wonderful. Again, this is a 4-cycle engine, pretty smooth, much more quiet than a 2-cycle. Put up the kickstand. Let's see what happens. Great. The brake works great. Got a nice light there that's throttle dependent. Gets brighter as you go faster. It's got a kill switch here. Spring-loaded foot pegs. Very comfortable seat. There it is. To tighten the chain, which will loosen up as you drive it, You basically loosen these, bring this forward, tighten it by bringing both sides an equal amount because it's lined up. So a half a turn or a half a turn, whatever it takes to tighten up the chain, because it will loosen with time. So this is the Coleman 200 Minibike. If you found this useful, please click thumbs up. Consider subscribing. Thank you.